This one is in my recommend. It's the only video in my recommended right here. We gotta watch it. If you think Gear 5 Luffy is too goofy, watch this video.
The most
I'm watching this because I don't think it's that goofy. I don't think Gear 5 is goofy, but I'm curious to the people that do think it is, so I'm gonna check it out.
The most common Gear 5 complaint I hear is, he's too goofy, and I wholeheartedly understand that. When it was first revealed in the manga, I was slightly opposed at first, and I think that's because since my first anime was Dragon Ball, I always expect that a power-up after a near-death experience equals...
Let me tell you something though, real quick before we get into this. So, when you see Luffy acting like goofy and stuff in Gear 5, that is entirely different from your perspective and the villain he's fighting perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever they showed Luffy in Rob Lucci's face and then his eyes were red, I'm pretty sure that motherfucker was terrified. Like, you always see Luffy with red eyes. And whenever it's the perspective of, like, whenever Kaido was fighting him and Rob Lucci, those are the only two people that have gotten the opportunity to fighting Gear 5 Luffy, right? And both of them saw him with red eyes, like a demon. They do not see Luffy as goofy at that point, probably. Except for Kaido thought it was outrageous. Like, Kaido thought the power was outrageous. But them seeing him, they probably had struck a little bit of fear in their heart.
Was demon time, and when it was first revealed in the anime, I was even more turned off, because Gear 5 was anything but that. I mean, the over-the-top Looney Tunes sound effects just wasn't doing it for me. But I realized the other day that if you put yourself in the antagonist's shoes, this is scary. So today we're gonna do just that. Picture your Kaido, big, buff, brolic, sexy ass nigga. After 20 years, you finally get the fair ones you wanted. Sight! CP0 put his cape on, thought he was helping bro out. Well, guess what? GG's fucked. After this, Kaido's telling everybody downstairs that Luffy's dead. He's gone.
Reduced to
Meanwhile, a demon is being born. Mid-speech, all of Kaido's men start fainting. Next thing you know, a giant hand comes from the ceiling and snatches
grabs you, bruh.
Quick three-piece. Nigga said, don't forget the drink. Immediately banks his head into the concrete and is just laughing. Keep in mind, this 50-foot dragon was just in another room 25 seconds ago. Bro shot a fireball and Luffy just lifts up the ground and reflects it at him. Now Kaido's getting torched by his own attack. He's just laughing. Kaido ate, bro, and thought shit was sweet. And Luffy was just playing around in his insides.
Hey yo, what the
Got Kaido.
And then he grabbed Kaido by the eyeballs and then jetted himself out of him.
Hey yo, what the
Like,
fuck?
there's like no good way of saying that.
Seriously, do y'all understand that? If it's a one-on-one always bet on Kaido, yeah, that Kaido's asking to be taken seriously. He flies up, bites his shoulder, bop, man gets hit hard as hell and powers down. But he hits a quick little aura farm and he's back to bullshit. Attack after attack, nothing is working, bro. Look at the confusion in Kaido's eyes. Gives Kaido a countdown and does him like he did Charlos.
Oh, I didn't really notice that callback. Ah, I missed that, dog.
Bro is laid out, and Luffy asks, isn't this fun? And then he starts emoting. Nigga just can't believe it. I know Kaido laying there thinking like a teacher that got a bad note.
Yeah, yo, Kaido is just laying there. Luffy's bouncing on the ground. Like, how the fuck are you bouncing on solid ground like it's a trampoline?
What's up? In all my 20 years of fighting, I have never... Oh, nah, bro. His psyche is shot. Bro was asking, who are you? Bro said, please, I need to know. Cut to Luffy just putting the beats on that nigga. Kaido was done with that laughing shit. But Luffy not, jumps up and grabs the lightning solely cause he can. And this is where the real demon unleashes. Swings.
Look at the red eyes. Always look at the red eyes.
He's behind me, isn't he?
Look. You missed it already, dog.
Demon unleashes.
Look at this. This is from Kaido's point of view, what I was talking about. This is first person point of view, Kaido seeing Luffy as a demon.
Swings around the rock. He's behind me, isn't he?
Right there again.
Kaido does regain his composure and lands his first meaningful damage post Gear 5. But in the words of Kendrick,
it's not enough.
Yeah. So we see Gear 5 tear down Kaido mentally and physically. And if you're still not convinced, I don't blame you. Because Kaido's a tough nut to crack. But what he did to Lucci, dude, roll the tape. Wait.
Embarrassing. The fact that Lucci thought he had a chance says it all, bruh. Says it all.
Wait. Before I get into this, like the video, bro. You're like 5 minutes and you obviously like the video. So like the video. And since you took so long to do that, subscribe while you at it. Thanks. I love you. Alright, let's get on with it. And this is some real horror movie shit, so go get your blankie. So Lucci bit the hand that fed Luffy, so off rip it smoke. A Kaido knows what's up, and so does Jinbei. But what Cardi B say? Y'all thought y'all was getting a Cardi B edit out of me? Hell no. Anyway, they start throwing them. Bro, Luffy hit this post for no reason. When
I know, Gear 2. I thought he was about to do Gear 2, bro. It's gonna be a callback.
I thought he was gonna go Gear 2nd. Nigga goes straight to 5. Now, before we resume, let's really put ourselves in Lucci's shoes here. Luffy is transforming and is actually tweaking out.
Lucci's like, at first, Lucci's like, oh, what the fuck? And then he gets that smile, but nah, bro, he about to wipe that smile.
What the hell is he?
Lucci's like, this is gonna be fun.
Red eyes, you see that?
Him from the hole that he puts you in, just laughing, telling you to come out and play. So you transform, you thinking that you hot shit. You miss your first punch and he tells you to kiss his ass. Every hit you land, he laughs at it. You're trying your hardest, miss after miss. You chase him around and around, and you can't even land a hit. And he's just laughing.
You see this, dude? You understand, bro. Look, bro, you f***ing understand. You understand. But you know, I'm so glad that it had to take a while for you too. I'm not saying like you slow or nothing.
What?
But I appreciate the fact that you said in the very beginning you wasn't feeling it. And then as it just progressed, I feel like you had to have read the manga, huh? And I'm just saying, if you ever watch this video and you're like, you know what, let me see if I'm gonna strike this motherfucker for reacting to my content and not actually saying anything like worth of shit, you know?
Wait.
But no, I'm actually speaking directly to you if you even watch this video. But if you were just anime only, I'm so glad you picked that up. I'm so glad you picked that up because it's like, look at how hard he is trying, and he has an awakened devil fruit, and he's a cheetah. He's supposed to be the fastest creature. I'm assuming, right? He's supposed to be the fastest creature, the fastest devil fruit, something like that, you know? But he cannot even touch Luffy, and he's just laughing. He's not even taking it as serious as how he took it with Kaido. Like, Luffy ran back to back strongest creature in existence, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Rob Lucci is the fastest creature in existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, just based off of his devil fruit. And he can't touch him.
You run up to hit him, but you get attacked from the ground. And when you look up, you see the man is having fun. You manage to dodge and think, finally, it's my turn, just to be beat to the punch again. You come out the rubble, seething, casually bouncing around, seeing him catch up with Sentomaru. So all you have to do is sneak his mans. Now you think your training is paying off. And you go to finish your kill. All you see is a foot, and then you're back in the rubble. You try and pray down the week again, but he comes out the ground. Every turn, he's there. You think you have the upper hand, but he's behind you. When he finally decides that he's done fighting you, he launches his final attack. And as he comes closer and closer, you get flashbacks. And as the punch connects, you fade in unconsciousness, wondering if all your training was worth it in the end.
That got heated too. That was good. That was a good little wake-up call for people. That is a good wake-up call for some people. GXO, I like that.